Hello. Another episode. We're a little late this time because I couldn't film one last week. So this is going to come out a little late, but that's okay.
It's okay.
You know,
we do what we can.
My 20 followers on YouTube are going to be devastated.
Listen, you're about to get a lot more.
That's, well.
Let's hope.
I hadn't even thought of that.
Yeah.
Until now. We'll explain. Anyway, welcome to another episode of Vibing, where we support, explore, celebrate local people.
Yeah, we vibe.
Here's a local person who does some really fun stuff. This is Jessica Savidge of It's Not in the Shot.
Oh, no.
Savidge Kitchen.
You want to zoom out?
Well, I can't. I could move the camera back.
Oh, no, you were wide before, weren't you?
There it is. I think it's cool because it shows off your sweet bar setup.
Yeah. I swear to God, it's not a drinking problem.
No, it's a hobby.
It's
I have it too.
Business now.
I just have a smaller. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, with all that being said, tell everybody who you are and what you do.
Sure. I am Jessica Savidge of Savidge Kitchen. Savidge Kitchen is a pandemic project gone terribly awry. Honestly. In the
best way.
In the best possible way, and I couldn't be more thrilled about it. My background is in photography and film production, and I continue to do those things, but during the pandemic, business stopped, production stopped, and I have a lot of camera equipment and enjoy cocktails. And so my friends and I were, summer of 2020, sitting around the pool drinking a reasonable amount. And I have a friend who is a YouTuber, and she was like, you should start a YouTube channel. I was like, you know what? You're right. Because, I'm going to end up in rehab if I keep going this way. And so I did, and I didn't want to start a YouTube channel about the other things in my life, which is photography and production, because there's so many people doing it, and I just needed a break from that. So I started a YouTube channel about cocktails, and it has led to all manner of things and taken over my life completely, as you can see. Yeah.
And then a big part of that too is, or another part of the Savidge Kitchen is the syrups that you make. Yes. So
which is how I make terrible bit of marketing. Let me grab a bottle of syrup.
Okay, sounds good. All right. After some technical difficulties, my apologies. We ended up talking. We were talking about Savidge Kitchen.
Yeah.
And then we talked about the spices. So tell me about the spices. How did those come about?
The syrups.
Syrups. Yeah. Sorry.
You know what you need? You need a drink. I'm going to make you a drink while we talk about this.
Yes. Sounds good.
What do you... I'm feeling tropical.
Let's do it.
All right. We're going to do a version of a Mai Tai.
Okay.
I believe.
I love that.
I've been on a Mai Tai kick lately. And we'll talk about Savidge Kitchen things as we do this.
Yes. That's a perfect way to do it.
So...
That's a cool shaker.
Elevated Craft. I'm going to give them a plug.
Yeah.
This is their Diamond Edition shaker.
What?
So, okay, if you're a cocktail maker at home, they're not paying me to say this, genuinely.
Yes.
Elevated Craft makes the best shaker. It is insulated, and also it is a screw top with seals on it, so you don't get stuff everywhere. And then
it's got measuring things on the lid.
It's got measuring things on the lid, and then it has a built-in strainer.
Amazing.
Yeah, I have one in every color. We're friends. I love my friends at Elevated Craft, and they're based here in Arizona. They're based
even
in Scottsdale.
Better.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Which I did not know before getting into their products. And they also, through the pandemic, have had an incredible journey.
It's amazing how that was such a launching point for so many things.
So many people's lives just changed.
Yeah.
Truly, my world has always been in production, and here, I've never worked in a restaurant or bar in my life. Yeah, and here we are.
And here you are.
Yep. Let's see if that's enough rum. I'm making two. It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah. We're going to do...
So you, before the pandemic and you started all this.
Yes.
You were in photo and video.
Photo and video.
So tell me a little bit about that.
I worked, part of my life in Florida and part of my life out here in Arizona. And when I moved out here, I actually went to work for the Musical Instrument Museum, which Johann also is an alum.
Yeah.
But
I think you probably left like weeks before I started.
Truly, like right before.
Yeah.
So it's so funny. Like I knew of Johann. I feel like you knew of me just because we had mutual friends, but we never actually worked together. And I loved my job at that museum. I loved the people. I loved the work.
I love the museum.
Oh, the museum's incredible.
It's breathtaking.
Truly. Like I'd still work there today if they paid more. Sorry. But like it just is true. And the actual work was amazing. I got to literally, I went to China with them. I used to do all of the documentary production and photography for the museum, and I worked with amazing people. It wasn't just me. And it was just like I met incredible people. I got to shoot amazing things. Like I loved that work.
That's awesome.
How do you feel about macadamia?
Love it.
Yeah? Or ube?
Oof. See, now I don't know. I mean, to me, anything with orgeat is like.
Yeah. We're going to go ube because this is orgeat adjacent.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
I've had your ube syrup and I love it.
Yeah. This is.
I'm here for the journey. Whatever.
All right.
Whatever you want.
I'm not measuring a damn thing.
That's okay.
So I worked for the Musical Instrument Museum, loved it. Eventually I was like, okay, I gotta, make big girl money again. And we're gonna add trust me on this, we're gonna add some chocolate bitters. These are from my friend Steve the bartender, who just started selling these, and they're incredible. And it's gonna actually play really nice with the...
How does he make the bitters? Because I know, don't you need a distiller's license?
He has one.
He does?
Yeah, because he has a gin company. And also he's in Australia, so the rules are a little different.
That's fair.
Yeah. We're really not measuring. For anybody at home that's playing along, we're doing Sailor Jerry rum. We're doing a little Cointreau. I added a pineapple coconut juice, some ube syrup, some lime juice, and it's going to be delicious.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, me too. Let's get some glasses. Yeah, so I've never worked in a bar, never worked in a restaurant. And I was still, after I left, I was still doing photography and video production. Pandemic hit. We all, everything stopped. And so hold on, let me get you some ice. Woo.
This is her office, by the way, which I think is the coolest thing ever. You can't see the rest of it, but there's workspace and there's desk space and there's all this other stuff. But this is your R&D kitchen, right?
This is my R&D kitchen. This is where I shoot.
I love that.
Where I shoot the YouTube channel. It's honestly, this space has become such a catch-all. All right, you can't have a Mai Tai without an obnoxious amount of mints. That really, because even though there's no mint in the drink.
Do you grow it yourself?
I do, but this summer,
Yeah. But mint is kind of a weed, right? You have to separate it from everything else because it'll just take over.
It goes crazy.
Yeah.
And if everybody pays attention in the fall, I'm actually going to start doing a lot of gardening content.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a big thing right now.
I know. I'm actually really excited about it.
Yeah, us millennials, I'm telling you, it's like...
I know.
The things that we're bringing back, so to speak, between gardening and...
Listen, if I start knitting, though, call somebody. I'm technically Gen X. We're not going to talk about it. All right.
You give total millennial
I give millennial vibes. Sure.
So we're going to go, you're honorary millennial.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
You know what this needs is a straw, and I only have
You've gone through just as much trauma as the rest of us. You get
more.
To be a millennial. More.
Are you kidding me? I've gone through more. All right. This is an obnoxiously long straw. Surfside Sips.
Bamboo.
They're out of San Diego.
You're just plug. I love it.
Listen, my friends. Yeah.
Give me my first sponsorship. Cheers.
Cheers, my friends.
I love this so much.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give everybody a close up before I drink it.
Damn, that's good.
Look at this. Focus. There's no lighting up here. Look at that.
Here, I'll take a phone photo that you can.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, that is really yummy.
Right?
That is really yummy.
Yeah.
Ube is such a Bizarre flavor.
I know, but it has like a nutty, earthy quality, which is why I always recommend people that are looking for a unique orgeat, try the ube.
Okay.
So anytime, if you have a cocktail that uses orgeat, give this a try. Because it's got notes of vanilla. Some people describe a pistachio flavor.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, it's really good. Where were we? Okay, so the museum, you left the museum.
So I left the museum.
Focused on
video and photo, and then pandemic hit. And it was like, what do? You know, I've got all this equipment. None of my clients, I wasn't shooting anything. And so a friend of mine is a big YouTuber, and she's like, you need to start a YouTube channel. You need to start a YouTube channel. I was like, okay. But I didn't want to do it about photography. I just felt burnout, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, we were drinking a lot, summer 2020. So I was like, how about cocktails? Like, why not? I've always loved food. I've always loved cocktails. And then the YouTube channel, like, kind of turned into something. And what was more important at the time was I found this amazing community of other cocktail YouTubers. We all became friends right in the beginning. And I've actually met some of them in person now. Vino, Carl, miss you guys. And it was this really, and continues to be, but it was especially in 2020 through like 23, it was this really supportive community of everybody helping everybody out and sharing information and good times. Yeah, and so it turned into, the channel kind of turned into a thing, and then I had a viewer ask me at the end of 2023, hey, where can I buy the syrups you make in your videos? Because in my videos, I would always make everything. And I was like, there's an idea. And so I tested it out. Actually, those guys I just mentioned, Vino and Carl and my friend Steve, I made a couple batches of syrup and I sent them, like, hey, what do you guys think of this? You know, try it. I think I'm going to try selling these. And got great feedback from people. And like, here we are 2 years later, and it has truly taken over my life. Like,
wait, are you still doing photo and video?
I am. I had to shoot this morning.
But in terms of like ratio of your life, is it pretty much like what would you think it is right now?
It's interesting depending on the week. Some weeks, like this week's 50-50.
Yeah.
The next couple months are going to be like 20-80, mostly Savidge Kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll flip back and forth, but Savidge Kitchen, what I noticed last year, like the fall was go. Like, and I predict it's going to be the same.
Which is wild because that's when we met, and it feels like it was so long ago.
It's been barely a year.
It was literally that fall.
Yeah, it's been 11 months exactly. Yes. And it's crazy because my life has, in those 11 months, I went from like, this is still fledgling, right?
Yeah.
I went from this is fledgling to now I have this huge contract, and like, yeah, it's crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah.
And so you've had to learn all the ins and outs of like, not only, I mean, I'm sure you had some of the business side already because you had your photo and video event or photo and video business, but you had to learn production. You had to learn like shipping and receiving, and you had to learn
everything,
like all the logistics of like
product design, like truly like the every part of this, like
the cork,
the different material, the health departments, like getting licensing, like every single step of the way. And I'm the type of person that very much is like, yeah, I'll try that.
Yeah.
And then I'm like in it too far to back out.
Yeah.
Where like that is 100% how we got here. Like when I agreed to be part of this festival before I understood the licensing requirements, I was like, it'll be fine. And then it was literally like a week before the festival, and I needed a license from the Maricopa County Health Department.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was not the easiest thing to get. So we have it now. It's good. So all of that. So product design, the licensing, shelf stability, like all of there's like different equations for everything. Shipping has been a whole thing. Because I ship all over the country because of the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
That's been the interesting part of this. Like now I have a little bit more of a presence in Phoenix, but especially when this first started, nobody in Phoenix knew me. Yeah. Like, why would they, right? But people around the world do from the YouTube channel, and people in the U.S. I can't ship internationally yet, but in the U.S., like I've literally shipped to every state now.
So I don't want to like bounce around subjects, but the YouTube channel was the initial COVID project.
Yes.
And then it blossomed into this. Like, I think that's cool because it's one of those things where like I'm gonna make content about something I'm excited about, and like, oh, this product happens to be associated and works, and so like you have this like existing audience and this existing like
they're
interested
like growing
client
with
base,
me.
and so the moment you're like, oh, I have this available. I mean, did it take off like right away? Essentially, like how did you introduce the product? To that audience, and how quickly did it sort of scale?
So, in my mind, slowly, but when I look at it in reality, it's been pretty fast. Because before I put anything online about it on social media or honestly, I hardly use the YouTube channel to promote it. Before I did any of that, I signed up for an in-person market for Tiki Oasis here. It was in Scottsdale in April of 24. And I was like, let's just see if anybody wants to buy this before I go telling people what I'm doing. And that went great. That was like bonkers. I was like, okay, this is a thing. So then I went about building an online store. I had a website for recipes. I did not have a store, none of that. So I built all of that out in May of 24, 23. What year? I don't know what year it is.
2025.
2025.
I get it.
I guess that was in 23. And that I started getting orders first from people I knew, right, wanting to support me, which was amazing, and continue. I have so many repeat customers that makes my heart happy. I'm basically hooking people on sugar. And then it started.
The American dream.
It really. Living it. Cocktails and diabetes. So it started slow with like people I knew, but then what was amazing about the YouTube channel was that people saw what I was doing and wanted. I have a really wonderful audience who were genuinely so nice and supportive, so people would order and then they would rave. And that's the thing. So when somebody raves about your product, somebody else wants to try it. And I started getting great reviews on the website. And interestingly, this is a stroke of luck, ube syrup. When I launched this, there was nobody else making ube syrup. There used to be a company in Hawaii many years ago that had gone out of business by the time I started. And so people that were searching, ube has a very dedicated fan base. So I kind of owned that space on the internet around ube for a minute. And that really is what people started finding me that way. And then they branched out and tried other flavors. Now, a couple of the big boys, Mona and Tarani, they also make ube syrup. It's not as good.
Well,
has all kinds of chemicals.
Exactly. What is ube? It's essentially like a purple root of some kind, right?
It's related to taro roots, a Filipino root vegetable. I always tell people it's similar to a purple sweet potato because you can find those in stores. Technically, you cannot grow ube in the U.S. And there's if you go online, there's like a lot of information and there's a lot of inaccurate information about ube. It's very closely related to taro root. It's not a potato. Flavor, though, and texture, if you were to put them side by side, they're very similar. And it's delicious. You often find it in Southeast Asian pastry and in breads. Like I was in the Philippines many years ago, and I was with a couple of girlfriends who were traveling. We had this like life and death experience, and there's been through a lot.
We can talk about it if you want. It's up to you.
Sure. So afterwards, we had been diving with whale sharks that morning, which was like incredible, and all kinds of things happened. And we came upon there's these little like big stands all over the place. We're like in a village in Cebu, Mobile, like in the middle of nowhere. And it was like one of those like you just survived this harrowing experience. Like I need carbs, right? Like I need to carb load. And so
flight or fight is a very taxing state to be in.
I'm like, all I need is bread, right? And so the three of us are standing there, we're getting stuff, and there was this purple bread. And I was like, I want that. And the girls were like, no, ew, what are you doing? I was like, I don't know what it is, but I guarantee you it's going to be delicious.
Yeah.
And we jumped back in this van, and I sat in the back eating my purple bread. And they were like, what is that? I was like, don't talk to me.
You don't get any.
So good.
You didn't want any.
You didn't want
don't
it.
Get any.
Now it's mine. Yeah. And that was the first time I had ube. Yeah. And I didn't know what it was, but it stuck with me. So when I started thinking about flavors for this, I was like, wow.
It's such a unique flavor profile because it's earthy, but it has like, it's not overly sweet. It's nutty, but not like it's so wild and unique. It's delicious.
Yeah, it is one of those things I think that makes you stop and like think about it, which I love that with food and drink, when you actually sit and like, ooh, what is that? And start to analyze the experience and the flavors.
Well, and what's cool about it too is it's so striking. The color is so striking that it's like it's visually enticing. It's the flavor is really interesting. I think it's great.
I can get you a little more.
More?
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
This is what happens when you don't measure. You end up with too much.
So we talked a lot about the YouTube channel. It's called? It's just Savidge Kitchens.
Savidge Kitchen. Yep.
Like it says up here, above my head. So not savage like being a savage, but spelled slightly different.
Spelled like my last name.
Exactly.
It's not creative at all. I wish I could.
No, I think it's great.
Yeah, it's memorable.
So people can find it on YouTube, obviously, but like, what is your like? How? Tell me about the following and the audience and like.
So
how that?
Yeah, it's interesting because like, okay, in the age of like digital creators, right? Like you have presence on multiple outlets, multiple platforms, and so I have an Instagram, and I don't have a TikTok. I get yelled at for it all the time. I don't have the bandwidth for
Me
it.
neither.
Yeah, I
have one. I think I've posted 3 videos on it in the last like almost year, and my brain can handle Instagram. I don't want to handle another one. That's why I need to hire somebody to worry about that for me.
I need like a Gen Zer to come do TikTok for me. Any volunteers?
Yeah.
So it was interesting. I learned early that the audience from YouTube was very different from the audience from Instagram, and there was no crossover.
Yeah.
People don't jump platforms, right? Like, which intellectually I understood from my other business, but having my own personal experience with it was very enlightening.
Well, it's such a different medium. Like it's such a different.
You consume it in a different way.
And so like I never thought about it until you said that. But I follow a lot of people on YouTube, and I don't think I follow any of them on Instagram.
Yeah, it's a really different experience, and it's funny because my Instagram, like I obviously put stuff on Instagram. I notice a lot of sales from Instagram people that find me. But there's also a lot of flower content on my Instagram. So my best friend is a florist, and we do these reels where we give flower tips, and we have millions of views on those reels, like from doing them for 2 years now. And there is just like zero crossover. People will be like, what do you mean syrup company? Like they have zero idea, which is fine. And it's fun because like, it's fun to interact with different audiences. It's not even different. I interact the same all the time, right? Like I'm just me. But it is very different audiences. You get different questions. You get different requests. It's really different.
I also love that though, because it means that like, while your content, whatever you're doing, is something that you're passionate about, it's not everything that you do. So the fact that like your Instagram is like peppered with this flower content that doesn't have anything to do with cocktails or syrups, but you're doing it because it's fun and you like it, like, that just gives it an air of authenticity. Whereas like if you go to certain accounts where like everything that they post is
curated.
just about, it's so curated that it doesn't feel genuine or authentic anymore, then it's like, like.
Well, what's funny is as somebody who consumes Instagram, like I love the doom scroll at night, honestly. The accounts that I enjoy and interact with are that very like real. It's not hyper curated. It doesn't have a logo on every post. Like I tend to immediately dismiss those because I know that an assistant did that. You know, like it's where I've had such luck, and it's changed my life so much interacting with people in a very real and authentic way that I hope to just kind of keep that on whatever platform I'm on.
That's awesome. How many subscribers do you have on YouTube?
On YouTube, I only have 27,000.
Only.
Which is, that's nothing to sneeze at. I'm extremely proud of that. What I'm even more proud though is I have a lot of views. And that's because I do a lot of DIY liqueurs on the YouTube channel, and those are hundreds of thousands, and I'm over 1 million views. I don't know if I'm at 2 million yet.
I mean, the subscriber number is a great benchmark for what your audience is, but the views are more important.
Well, what's nice is
not everybody has an account or like actively subscribes to accounts.
Well, and
just let the algorithm start to like feed it to them.
Yep. And I'm also not producing content just as clickbait or to get people to stay with me. The hope is that it's very useful content. So I notice the people that find me through the DIY liqueurs, it's because they are very specifically searching for that.
Yeah.
And then a lot of them stay and like, oh my God, you're so funny. Or like, well, you know, can you do this?
It's the YouTube black hole of like, you just start clicking on related content or you start diving into an account or anything.
And I've gotten so many ideas from viewers that,
that's so cool.
Like the Screwball, I did a peanut butter whiskey, and that was a viewer request. I'm doing limoncello right now. I've been getting a lot of requests for a DIY Drambuie. I'm working on it. So that's, I love interacting with people in that way. Yeah, it's a lot, it feels great. Yeah.
So since you have done more of the syrups, and you said you're building more of a presence here in Phoenix, what's that been like for you? Like, does your client base, so to speak, in Phoenix differ in the sense that, are you kind of trying to do more partnerships with bars or coffee shop? Like, tell me a little bit about what the business looks like here in Phoenix, I guess.
Sure. Well, it's in the middle of a big change, which I haven't really talked about it publicly yet, because just like the syrups, like until it was real, I'm always like, but it's real, I can talk about it. Okay. You can break the story.
Okay. Breaking news.
Breaking news. Yeah. I signed a contract with US Foods recently for wholesale food service distribution. So now I sell syrups direct to customers online via my website. I also I have retail clients where they buy from me wholesale, little like shops like LGO, Shea Cheese, Flower Bar, Neighbor Market, which are local Phoenix places. I actually even have some retail partners. I have a couple in New York, I have a couple in California.
That's so cool.
Which is exciting, right? But that's, getting into this, I didn't know what that would look like, right? Like how frequently those orders would be, how complex. And I enjoy that, but it's not a huge part of my business. The biggest part of my business has been direct to customer online. And then I also do little markets, right? Like occasionally, I don't do farmers markets because I don't have the bandwidth. Yeah. But like fun shopping markets that are like occasions, I'll do. Then last year when I met you, I met a couple of distributors that were like, do you do food service? And I was like, I don't even know what that is. Like, what does, I was like, I eat? Does that count? And they were like, you should have your stuff in restaurants. I was like, sure, I agree. How do we do that? Yeah. And, you know, I talked to a bunch of people, not a lot came of it, made some great relationships and some friends out of it. And one of those people, my friend Mike, who you've met now, worked for one company, and then he now works for US Foods. And he called me up, it was around Easter, and he was like, bring it in. And I was like, yeah, sure. US Foods doesn't work with brands like me, right? I'm tiny. And he's like, no, we're gonna try this thing with some local brands to really have like a specialty part of the business where we can offer a high-end, high-quality product to like the right clients, and like we want to try this. And I was like, all right, well, let's do it. And so here we are. I'm in the thick of it right now. I meet the whole sales team. In a couple of weeks, we're stocking up on inventory. It's crazy. Like, yeah, so that's about to be.
That's wild. I mean, I have 1,000 questions about that. I don't even know. It might warrant a whole other episode.
Sure.
But
yeah, let me get into it more because I don't know.
So, okay, so let's say like they hit the ground, they start selling a bunch of the stuff. You're using a commissary kitchen right now
Yes.
to produce this. I mean,
Yes.
at what scale? Like, what's your production capacity per? Like, how many bottles per batch, or how many cases per batch? Like, how often are you going to have to get into this kitchen? Are you going to have to move into the kitchen to match the demand?
We'll see, right? Like, so for example, I was in the kitchen yesterday and made 120 bottles.
And that was a Sunday.
On a Sunday. Yeah. I don't stop. Yeah. I can't stop right now. I love to stop.
I just wanted to give them the context of that because
that's when I had the time. Yeah. So that was about 4 hours, 120 bottles, just me, right? And working at I wasn't rushing. Like, I could probably shave some time off of that. So that was just one flavor. Like, I will do that 3 more times in the next week because I'm gearing up for an event. And I have online orders that I have to stay stocked for. And I'm trying to I am starting to build the inventory for US foods.
Right.
How long that will last me can be anywhere, just because of the stage I'm at right now, from 3 weeks to 3 months. I don't know yet.
Wild.
And that's because as soon as I actually already have 2 food service accounts before I got US Foods, and they've been ordering pretty regularly, which is great. So depending on how many more accounts we have come online, I don't know. We'll see. I'm really in this very weird nebulous state right now where, like, anything could happen, which is why I'm so nervous to talk about it.
You might either move into the commissary kitchen.
Yeah.
Or hire potentially.
I'll definitely need help.
Hire somebody to start making it for you.
That's 100%. Yeah, there's if anybody's in the food product business, there's options, right? You can do something that's called co-packing, where you give your recipe to somebody, you give them all of the ingredients and the assets, and they produce it. I've heard horror stories about quality control, and with my brand in particular, it's a luxury item, right? Yeah. So the quality control is very important.
Has to be
to me. So I'm going to explore
Otherwise you end up like Tirani or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why would anybody pay for this then, right? I wouldn't. Or I hire help, which is going to be that's going to be the next step. The dream, the goal is I would love to have my own space. So the space we're in right now, right? Like, I do all the things. I have my office here. We do production here. I do shipping here. I would love to have an off-site space that is health department certified, where I could also do production, syrup production, but an all-in-one, right? So this
syrup, packaging, shipping,
and the YouTube channel. Because I'd love to be able to help other creators with the YouTube. So this setup that I have is because I'm a professional, right? Like, this is my business, and I see so many people struggle with it and have so many questions, and I would love to have a space instead of a commissary kitchen where people are renting out the kitchen. I'd love to actually rent out the production facility.
Cool.
Yeah, and that's help really cool. people with that. Yeah, because that's where my experience is, and that's something I know how to help people with.
Yeah.
Where I don't know how to help anybody with this. I'm like that learning curve. I'm like climbing a mountain here.
I mean, this is definitely the best composed and lit video I've done so far, simply because we're in a space that is designed.
Yeah, we've got the lights mounted and but you are seeing the behind the scenes, right? Like, this usually isn't up here. The vent doesn't go all the way up.
Hey,
yeah.
That's
part of the fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're not seeing back there my glass problem. I have stuff, right? I have a lot of, because aside from shooting the YouTube channel, I love to entertain and I love to host.
Yeah.
So I have a glass buying problem. I have way too much glass.
I think it's great. I think you have good whiskey glasses up there.
Yeah, that's in here I have way more in the house.
So when you're going into food service, is it mostly restaurants? Do you find that has there been interest from coffee shops, cocktail bars, a little bit of everything? Kind of where do you see the most potential for the use of your syrups? I
think if I had to guess, I think it's going to be a pretty even split between coffee bars and coffee shops and high-end bars. My first food service account is actually a combination of those. It's Brunch and Sip, which they are wonderful. If you haven't been to Brunch and Sip yet, go. It's phenomenal. They just moved into a new space in Arcadia, and they are opening another location in LA.
Oh, cool.
Very exciting. And they are part of the restaurant group that does Lolo's Chicken and Waffles, Monroe's Hot Chicken, and now Warren's Supper Club. So
Fun.
and what's interesting about them is they have, you know, like this range of experiences, which is great for me because like these can fit various
Totally.
experiences. So they have
Bakeries
Yeah.
use it. Like it's literally, yeah.
But I think that especially last year, I introduced 3 new flavors. I did a fall flavor drop last year because I had a coffee
remember.
shop. They're coming back, I promise. And those are the flavors that US Foods is picking up, all of them actually.
That's amazing.
Plus the ube,
So that was pumpkin spice, ginger snap,
vanilla
and vanilla.
vanilla bean, and then they're also going to be doing the ube, and my personal favorite, the chai spice.
That's also very good.
Yeah.
I forget what I used it in that was just like sensational. Espresso martinis.
Yes.
Just like,
Also,
And
just
then-
like your morning coffee, like it's so much better than putting in all these like.
yeah, totally.
They have so many chemicals in them, and I'd rather have a little bit of real sugar.
I've used your lavender syrup for French 75. That was really good. And then I've used your pumpkin spice syrup for old fashions, which for that time of year, it's just like
Yeah, that's outrageous.
it doesn't get any better than that. Like
But you also got to
really good bourbon with a little bit of pumpkin spice and just Angostura and call it a day.
you got to go over pancakes. Honestly,
I've never tried it over
that is the move. The pumpkin spice, the chai, or the ginger snap over pancakes. Oh,
So I'm a big fan of putting almond extract in my pancake batter because I like that flavor. I'm a big marzipan, like that's, you know, orgeat isn't it originally
yep,
with almond?
almonds. Yeah,
And so I'm actually incredibly curious about putting the macadamia nut orgeat into pancake batter.
ooh, I
Into
think
the
you should
batter
try
itself.
that.
I
Yeah,
want to try that now.
that's this one is also phenomenal in
Yeah,
coffee.
it's so good. I've had it.
Yeah, it's real
It's
good.
really yummy. Very cool. So I mean, is there anything else that you see? Like, what do you think is the next step? You're in the middle of the next step. I don't know. Like, give me
Yeah,
what.
it's a strange time because
It's so yeah.
it feels like this, and I've wanted this, right? I don't know that I could have articulated a year ago what I wanted it to be, but I wanted Savage Kitchen to grow, right? And I've been very open to what that's going to be. I could have never predicted food service, and like honestly, until those first accounts come online, maybe it's not food service.
Yeah.
You know, like there's a chance.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
really where the volume is,
Yes.
right? Like that's and this is the same with breweries. This is the same with distilleries. Like,
Yeah.
it's great if you could sell beer or liquor or syrups to people, but the moment you get a distributor or a restaurant group or something like that to just like order 100 cases of it, like
And regularly, yeah.
right, and then that's where
Yeah.
the magic.
But the
happens.
thing that I like about food service so far, and I don't know how this will be with other clients, but for example, with Brunch and Sip, they keep these bottles up on the bar for people to, they literally have them displayed. So to me, you know, the marketing brain, like that is just bringing more direct customers to me as well. And I love that, right? And so I am very intentional on social media about constantly promoting, like the people that are using my product, I want to support them as much as possible. You know, a place like Brunch and Sip, they have an incredible, like they don't need me, right? Like they have an incredible presence. But other little mom and pop coffee shops, you know, don't.
Totally.
You know, so anything that I can do to help them, I do. And and that's not just like a quid pro quo. Am I saying that right?
Yes.
I always say that backwards. That's because I truly, like, I love food and drink, and I'm learning how hard this business is, and I have the luxury of being just outside it enough that, like, helping doesn't hurt me at all.
Yeah.
You know?
Totally.
So that I've been really enjoying that, and I've been really enjoying the people I've been getting to know. It's a cool vibe. It's exceptional, one might say.
I love that. Going back to sort of the photo and video side, but still keeping it very much applicable to all this.
Yeah.
I'm curious, like, if you had to give a mom and pop business, whether that's a restaurant or a coffee shop or a brewery or whatever, like one piece of advice to like up their level, their game in terms of the kind of content that they're posting on social media, what would that be?
Oh God.
This is one we're gonna clip and put on Instagram.
Ooh, this is all right. I'm going to sound super biased because my world has been photography for
but you're the expert
20 years, truly. But I do, in my heart, believe it is worth investing in high quality photos of your product at least once, because you can use them over and over and over and over again. But getting that attention, and it doesn't have to be like from an expensive camera. Even if you were doing it with your phone, by high quality, I just mean something that clearly shows whatever your product is, whether that is a physical product, whether that is a dish, whether that is the space of a restaurant, like whatever it is. Because if people are going to buy from you, if they are going to be a patron of your business, they want to know what they're getting into.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? And so I honestly think that that's some of the reason I've had success with this. I kind of went about it backwards, and I've been able to communicate very clearly what somebody will experience when they try my product, and I'm giving them ideas on how to use it themselves.
Well, I think that's the magic of having a product, but then also having a platform for the content that is related to the product, right? Like you release a syrup, a new flavor. It's really easy for you to make a YouTube video where you make 1 or 2 or 3 cocktails using that syrup,
and I post recipes on the website,
and then the recipes, so the people are seeing it on the YouTube channel. They're buying the syrup. They're seeing the recipes on the website. It's like this whole ecosystem of content that so many people are not making or doing.
And to me, it's so organic, right? Because I'm the type of person, no matter what, I have a million ideas always, and when it comes to food, the irony is I can't follow a recipe to save my life. Cannot. I have such a hard time with it.
You start improvising?
Yeah, because I like to try. But what I've learned through doing this is, especially when I do markets and I get to talk to people face to face, it's always, what do I do with this? And I'm like, oh, let me tell you.
The brainstorming side of it.
Yeah, and to know that is not innate for a lot of people, which is fine, right? That's great. And so that's why I... on some of my marketing materials, you'll see for coffee, cocktails, and culinary creativity. A, because I like alliteration.
Yeah.
But B, I really do want to empower people to
100%.
experiment and
100%.
try things. And so if giving them ideas gets them started, I don't want anybody to ever be intimidated by ooh, that's so fancy. No, just try it. You can do anything with it. I find
that I'm doing a lot of the same thing with events.
Yeah.
Where it's somebody will come to me and say oh, well, I have this business, what kind of events can I do? And it's that moment where it's all right, well, let's come up with something completely out of left field or creative or different or whatever that's going to let that person stand out.
Yeah.
That's the dream of any creative, is to be in a position where you get to constantly riff.
Yeah.
Rather than just having that one idea and then having to lean into that idea forever, because then even that starts to sap your creativity because you're just doing the same thing over and over again.
That's adjacent to my second piece of advice, if I get to give one, because I'm gonna. Just start. So many people, the analysis paralysis. Yeah. And I see that in my other business, across industries, right? But especially, I belong to a few groups of other, food creators, and so many times the questions are technical in nature, understandable, but often they're about content and ideas too, and so many people are afraid to start because they want it to be perfect.
Yeah. Or they want it to be original.
Well, and original is
enough
important.
To where it's totally.
Yeah.
But the thing is that, Instagram has 900 million users or whatever it is. There's a good way to start is by creating your version of pre-existing content.
And it's going to evolve.
Right.
That's the thing. If I'm an example of anything, is that you start with one thing, and the more you get into it, the more experience you have, it evolves.
Yeah.
into something else. So even I look back at the first YouTube videos I put out for this channel, please don't go find them. It makes me cringe so hard. And honestly, if you're not cringing, I don't think you're doing it right.
Yeah.
Because if you don't evolve from how you started, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, just start, try it, and if it fails, okay, start again.
Yeah.
Like,
and it goes with your first piece of advice, but it also kind of contradicts it a little bit in the sense that like you want the professional content, like you want content that looks really good, but if you're waiting for that to even start posting, then you're already behind. And it's like it's like start, but then also invest, like pepper in the professional stuff. But in terms of like getting stuff out there and being a part of that ecosystem, like you have to just go.
And the reason I tell people to get invested in some professional product photography isn't necessarily because it has to be perfect, but if you are new to this, a professional is going to be able to help you communicate your idea clearly. That is what a professional photographer really does. So as you get rolling, like you're going to find your voice, you're going to do these things, but being able to distill whatever your idea is, that's what most people need help with in the beginning, and that's worth getting that little bit of help and then just go, because it's going to change. Yeah.
I love that.
Do you want another cocktail?
No.
Okay.
I gotta drive home.
Okay.
The way you make them without, you just like...
I know.
Just pouring booze in there.
I put some juice in. You're lucky. You know me, it's usually bourbon.
This was genuinely delicious. Like, it was really good. It's the kind of cocktail I would want to have at an undertow or something like that. Like, it's very much...
And did you see how easy that was?
Totally. Have you ever talked to the guys at Barter and Shake? I feel like they would eat this stuff up.
I haven't, and I hope so. I'm hoping that they are U.S. food. It's interesting. I'm hoping that they're U.S. Foods clients. A lot of really high-end craft cocktail bars make their own syrups.
True.
However, that's why I hope that they're interested in this, because they make their own syrup so that there's no garbage in it, and they can really control the quality.
Yeah.
Enter Savidge Kitchen.
Right. Sometimes that's also like a drag on the time.
Yeah, 100%.
Right, on their time and their efforts. It's like, oh, I gotta go make syrups. Like, and then if you have staff that's like, oh, I gotta go make syrups, then maybe the syrups don't come out as good. Like, yeah.
So we'll see.
I will see what I can do about making an introduction.
I would love that.
They're good people, and their cocktails are sensational. And
I'm a big fan of their concepts. Yeah. Like, I mean, that's the thing. This all comes from me enjoying cocktails, right? Like, I love to go out and have a great cocktail. Yeah. So this came from that. I'm
in my drinking career. Cocktails are the newest thing. You could say wine is, but I'm not nearly into wine the way I am into cocktails.
Oh, I love wine.
And it all came from my first visit to Undertow, back when it was under Sip.
Yeah.
I went with my now wife, at the time girlfriend, and I walked in. I was like, "This is a really cool experience."
Yes.
I don't know what to order because I don't know the first thing.
And it can be intimidating.
My only thought was like, I drank a lot of tequila when I was 21
and
mistakes. I don't want to touch it anymore, so I don't know what to order.
Yeah.
I've never had gin, I've never whatever. And so the bartender, and this is the big part of what makes Barter and Shake special in terms of like the experience that you have when you go and the hospitality that they provide.
Yeah.
Is the guy was like, well, what do you drink? And I said beer. He's like, what kind of beer do you like? And we started talking about flavors and stuff like that. So he was
understanding what
and so he was like, you know what, let me just make you something. And he made me something off menu, and I remember tasting it and being like, this is delicious.
Yeah.
Like, so it went from there. I think I ended up having 3 cocktails that night, and I think only one of them was off the menu because by then he knew what I liked and I knew.
Make you something.
And so we kind of like landed
on something. I love that
something.
experience.
He now owns... is it Pretty Penny and Killer Whale Sex Club?
Oh, yeah.
Brennan Michael, who we've talked about having him on this.
I've been to Killer Whale. I haven't been to Pretty Penny.
Yeah. So
they're doing cool stuff.
He single-handedly launched my cocktail passion.
Bravo.
Yeah. Bravo, Brennan.
Love it.
Okay. So 20 questions. Some of them are a little nerdy. You're welcome to pass.
Oh.
If they don't.
All right.
If they don't speak to you. We're gonna start easy. Your favorite food. If you had to pick.
God, that is not easy.
Well, I know. What's like?
All right, my comfort food.
Sure. Yes.
An Italian hoagie.
Oof.
Yeah.
Good choice. Mm-hmm. A weird fact about you.
I have 2 different color eyes.
You do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a much more. I do too, but yours is so much more extreme.
I have what they call complete heterochromia.
Yeah, that's so cool. That's so cool. I think I know the answer to this question, but beer, wine, or spirits?
Ooh, spirits, but I am a wine lover. I'm actually going to Napa for my birthday.
Oh, fun.
So excited. Yeah.
While you're there, go to Russian River Brewing Company.
Okay.
And pick up a bottle of Pliny the Elder.
Oh, okay.
Wrap it in a wine bag.
And bring it back?
Bring it back for me.
I was like, wait a minute, where's this going? Yeah, all right. We'll see about
Pliny.
that.
I was going to say, what's your favorite... what is your favorite spirit? It's bourbon.
Bourbon. Yeah, bourbon whiskey, is always my go-to.
Bourbon specifically? Bourbon
specifically. If I'm at a bar that's not like a bougie cocktail bar, I'm ordering Jameson Rocks, which is Irish whiskey. I love an Irish whiskey.
Yeah. Scotch?
I'm not a huge Scotch drinker. I don't like the Isla Scotches. That's super peaty.
Yeah,
and I feel the same way about Mezcal. That also shares that. Not my thing. I love a blended Scotch.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm definitely a bourbon lover. Yes.
Highland. Is it Highland Scotch? And then I think is it Speyside?
Speyside.
That they're like smoother. They're a lot more like an Irish whiskey.
I like Speyside. Yeah. So if I'm, but yet Scotch is rarely ever my go-to. Yeah, I'm not gonna say no to it.
Obviously, sweet or savory?
Savory.
Interesting.
I know.
Syrup. Sugar.
The funniest part is like, even though I
reduced, infused
syrup,
sugar.
No. I tend to just drink like bourbon neat.
Yeah, I mean, not even on ice.
Oh, I do like. It depends, right?
High proof stuff. I got to put it on ice. I can't.
100%. Yeah, but it's rare that I am drinking cocktails.
That's great.
Yeah.
Your favorite vacation, other than obviously the death-defying trip to the
Philippines. I think the death count was something like 7. We almost died like 7 times.
Oh my gosh.
It was incredible.
But you dove with whale sharks?
Yeah.
That's so.
That was amazing.
Dreamy.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah. Yeah, that was incredible.
Scuba or snorkel?
Snorkel. Okay. And they're the Saint Bernards of the sea.
They're huge.
They're huge, but they come up and you're not supposed to touch them, but they nudge you.
Yeah, it's like manatees do the same thing.
Oh yeah.
You're
love
not allowed
manatees.
to chase them or touch them, but they'll totally come up.
I've been snorkeling with them too. Yeah, because I lived in Florida for a long time. Just happenstance, just off the beach.
Yeah.
Favorite vacation is tough though. I did a trip. Philippines was amazing, but I don't need to go back. I survived. We're gonna leave it at that. I did a trip several years ago with some of my best friends to Copenhagen. I'm actually of Danish descent, and I came back from that trip not really I genuinely felt at home there.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize growing up I was like, we don't have any traditions or culture. And I got to Denmark and I was like, oh, apparently we do. This fits.
Yeah.
Who knew?
That's so cool.
China was amazing. That was actually work, but China was also amazing. Yeah.
That's cool. My family's from Northwest Germany, right on the border of the Netherlands.
Yeah.
So, a lot of crossover. Rain or sunshine?
Rain. I know, I live in Phoenix. Yeah.
Florida and then Phoenix.
I know, I love her. I'm probably destined for the Pacific Northwest someday. I don't know, I love a rainy day. I love overcast. I love cold.
Sometimes I think though that because it's so rare in Phoenix, that's why people love it so much.
Yeah, that could be it.
If it was your reality every single day of the year, that maybe you'd get a little sick of it.
Maybe.
The way that maybe you're a little sick of sunshine. I don't know. That's
I'm okay with sunshine, and this is just the wrong time of year to talk about it because it's the seventh circle of hell. But I really do prefer cool weather. Yeah. I'm a cold weather girl.
I think the older I've gotten, the more I've started to lean in that direction too. Mm-hmm. Your favorite book?
I have many.
Yeah.
The most in recent, let's say in the past 3 years, my favorite book that I've read is actually Keith Richards' autobiography.
Interesting.
Life. Yeah, it's phenomenal. He is hilarious, and he has led such a just interesting life. I mean, it's Keith Richards of the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
And that book is like huge. And it's just, but it's riveting, and he's a masterful storyteller, and it's definitely him writing it. Like you can hear his voice in it. Truly one of my favorite books I've ever read in my life.
I'm gonna have to read it.
Yeah, I think you would love it. It's great.
If you want a recommendation in the other direction, have you read, since you're into autobiographies, have you read Green Lights? McConaughey's?
Yep.
That's another great autobiography. Also very clearly written in his his voice.
So I read it, and then I listened to the audiobook, which he reads.
So good.
So entertaining.
That guy could read me a story like
yeah, you could read the phone book.
Speak me to sleep every night. That's great.
Yeah, him and Keith Morrison from Dateline. I could listen to the two of them all day long. Yeah.
Camping or resort?
Oh, resort. I camp at resorts. Although what's funny is I love the outdoors.
Yeah.
Genuinely. And I, like, in my other world, like, I hike out into the desert and do astrophotography. Like, I genuinely love the outside. But I'm outsidey, not outdoorsy. I need a bed. I need a hot shower.
And a cocktail.
I'm more of an après-ski girl.
Yeah,
you know? Like,
I love that.
I do. I love my creature comforts.
Yeah. So beach or forest?
Ooh, tough. That's it's pretty much a 50-50 split for me. I get antsy if I'm not around water for a long time.
Yeah.
But I love the forest. I grew up in the woods as like a young kid, so I feel very in rural New Jersey.
Okay.
South Jersey. Yeah, and I feel very at home in forest. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like for me, I love being in the woods. The like northern Arizona to me is paradise.
That pine forest is beautiful.
The Mogollon Rim and all that stuff. But I like being in the forest and doing things.
Yeah.
Building fire and like all that stuff. I like being on the beach and not doing jack shit.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, I agree. Like but I never get tired of forest. I do get tired of beach.
That's fair.
Yeah, so maybe I lean more forest.
All right, Jedi or Sith?
Jedi.
See, I think there's a philosophical conversation to be had there.
I agree, because it's, using your powers for good. I could very easily go dark side, and people in my life would argue.
But there's also it's also this thing about passion and emotion. Like I think there are positive things to that. So I fall in the middle. Everyone picks Jedi because they're the good guys, but I think in terms of philosophy, there's got to be a middle ground where you embrace emotion and passion, but you don't let it control you.
And also I give a fuck about people.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I care. I care about people. Yeah.
Sam or Frodo?
Neither. I fucking hated those books.
Really?
Yes. Actually, that's not true. The books I was met on, and this is going to be a very unpopular opinion, I hate those movies, so make it end. They just won't.
Yeah, that's true.
End.
Return of the King has 6 endings, for sure.
Oh.
It's like the last 45 minutes are and we're done. Nope, we're back.
Oh.
And we're done. Oh, nope, we're back.
One of the funniest things, I was married at the time when those movies came out, and my then husband, who was really funny and a very nice guy, at the end of the last movie, he stood up and goes, "Thank God."
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
It just wouldn't end.
Superhero you most identify with?
Oh, that's a tough one. I have never thought about that. And I love...
Everyone likes to think of who they'd like to be. What powers would be fun to have. But they all have personalities.
Yeah, no, and I love a superhero movie, genuinely.
Same.
Yeah, like the Marvel movies. I didn't get into them until the pandemic. I'd never seen any of them, and now I have seen all of them multiple times. Personality-wise... Oh, not that I'm nearly as smart. I'm not. But as far as that kind of sardonic, sarcastic Tony Stark, maybe.
I like that.
But
it's a great answer.
Sure. Okay.
I think that's
because I'm not as plucky as you know, as the rest of them. There's definitely a little bit of like,
Yeah.
yeah, and I'd love to be as cool as Scarlett Johansson, but I'm not. So yeah, I would probably go Tony Stark.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
Sure. Never thought about that. I'm gonna ponder that a bit. Okay.
Spirit animal.
Oh. Depends on the day. Sometimes I am the walrus. Cuckoo. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I always joke Mudang, the little very angry rhinoceros, the baby. That gets like.
I'd love that.
Yeah, I might be Mudang.
Amazing. Go-to coffee shop order.
Oh, chai. I like a chai latte.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Go-to karaoke song.
I haven't done karaoke in decades.
We'll change that.
Oh God.
That's fine.
It's got to be something 80s though, like Living on a Prayer.
Okay.
You know, I'm a child of the 80s in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Like, so
fair.
it's going to be Springsteen. It's going to be Bon Jovi. Like, yeah, that's probably what it is. Or a little bit of, actually, I think the last time I did karaoke was when Oasis was popular.
Yeah.
So maybe a little Wonderwall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally fair choice.
Yeah.
The weirdest food you've ever tried.
Ooh.
You're well traveled, so I'm sure
yeah.
there's a lot of things there.
I mean, I've tried all kinds of weird stuff. There's two things that jump out at me that I don't think they're weird at all, but the people I was with were horrified that I would try. It was they called it pig face.
Okay.
Which, like, to me, that's like guanciale is like cheeks, right? Like not
cheeks,
a big deal.
Pork cheeks.
Yeah, I thought this was like no big deal.
Yeah.
I've tried bugs, like coated in things and candy. Not my favorite.
Yeah.
I'm not like a big like dare person,
Sure.
you know, because I genuinely like love food. Like I don't need the gross out factor. I also don't like to have like I don't like to see its eyes. I don't want to have like a relationship with my food. If I can name you, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my favorite things that I've had that I've never had here in the States was in China. It was this rosewater and honey soaked lotus root that was stuffed with something sweet, and I've never had anything like it since, and it was incredible. And I have to find a way to recreate it because it was one of those things like as soon as I tasted it, it was transcendent. I was like, this is amazing.
You'll let me know when you replicate it.
Yes.
I feel like you're going to be people have a hard time with this question, but I think you're gonna have an answer.
Okay.
Just knowing you. A historical or fictional character that you want to have a drink with.
Oh. There's many. There's so many.
There's so many.
There are so many. This is going to sound so random and maybe obvious, but I would love to have had a drink with Queen Elizabeth, because I bet...
Old Queen Elizabeth or young Queen Elizabeth?
Old Queen Elizabeth.
Okay.
She's seen some things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And not Queen Elizabeth, like, I don't want high tea with the Queen.
Yeah.
I want to sit in a dark room with nobody else
holds,
around us, make sure she's had a few, and have a... Oh, speaking of, we almost died in the Philippines together. I'll call her back. That's an obvious one.
Yeah.
Freddie Mercury.
Oh, that's a good choice.
Is another one. I love Queen. And there's so many interesting. Most of the people that I'm very curious about are artists and musicians and like that sort of thing. Yeah, Winston Churchill's another one.
Yeah.
Apparently I love British.
I'm always fascinated with people who had a very public image, but I feel like it's obvious that they maybe were like a little different behind.
Yeah.
You know, like Barack Obama, I think to me is like he obviously had to like carry a very because the bar was so high. Yeah, the mantle
of leadership, sure.
But like I kind of want to just like kick one back and be like, what do you really think?
Yeah, same thing with me and Liz.
yeah, you and Liz. I love that. Yeah. But like, that goes across some political spectrums to some degree.
Yeah.
You know.
But even like historical figures, another one, Mary Queen of Scots. That's another one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
yeah, some of those like crazy,
yeah.
European historical figures that just like.
Yeah. I have so many questions.
So many.
so many questions.
Yeah.
Buckle up, Mary. It's going to be a long night. Yeah.
Favorite ice cream flavor?
Mint chocolate chip, hands down.
Okay, that's wild. Literally, so I think this is episode 7. I think out of those 4 of them
Really?
have been mint chocolate
Because
chip.
it is the superior flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have an ice cream maker? Have you ever made?
Don't. One of
I
my
have
very
an ice
good
cream
friends.
maker, and I have put, I think it might have been macadamia nut, the orgeat, into, it was delightful.
I approve.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
It's
bet
a great
that was-
use of a syrup,
Okay.
is ice cream.
I need to get an ice cream maker. I don't have one. But I'm at a premium for space at this point.
Yeah, it's kind of a
Can't take one more
It's a
appliance.
big thing. It's
Yeah.
like a big appliance. And your favorite TV show, call it lately.
Resident Alien, and it was literally just canceled, and I am devastated.
Oh, no.
So this
What's
is
that on? I haven't watched that.
USA Sci-Fi.
Okay.
It's its 4th season currently. There are like 3 episodes left. It is, it's dark and funny.
Well, what platform?
I watch it on Hulu.
Hulu, okay.
Yeah, and I think you can stream all the seasons on Peacock, but Netflix has seasons 1 through 3.
Okay.
Also,
Resident
it's hysterical. Alan Tudyk plays an alien. He's the
love
best.
him
Oh my
so
god,
much.
he's incredible. He's incredible in it. So highly recommend. And
writing
you
it
need
down.
to petition Sci-Fi to.
He's been in so many sci-fi shows. He was in
He's
Firefly, which
Yeah.
is great. He's voiced everything on ever. Like
He was Steve the Pirate in Dodgeball. Arr.
He was. If you're
Yeah.
a Star Wars fan, he was with K2SO.
Oh yeah, he was one of the robots,
Yeah,
right?
the big tall one in Rogue One and in Andor, which is a great show. By
I
the
have
way,
not seen that. I'm not. It's funny. I'm not a
it's
big
the
show
most
person.
non-Star Wars show.
Okay.
The most non-Star Wars show. It's genuinely good storytelling.
Okay.
Like it's so good.
I love like all things Star Wars. I'm not a huge
My
like.
personality. It's my whole.
It's your personality. I mean, I like it.
80%. It's 75% of my personality.
Okay.
My car is it's kind of a problem, but
Okay.
maybe not. I don't know. I have philosophical opinions about the Jedi and the Sith. Like, come on.
Fair, you did. Yeah, there was a little.
I got a little too into it.
Yeah.
I need to maybe take that question out to stop.
No, I think you should leave it. It's very revealing. Okay.
It's me. Very cool. Well, other than the impending blow up of the U.S. foods thing, do you have anything else fun, exciting coming up or going on that you want to?
Oh yeah, I mean, so in my other business, I'm actually doing. My shoot this morning was with there is a guitar school in town, a school for Lutherie.
Yeah.
That has their 50th anniversary
What's the name?
this year. Roberto Venn.
Roberto Venn. So cool.
So cool. And from my days at MIM, I still have, friends in that
Yeah.
world. And one of my best friends is a luthier. And so he connected me with them, and I'm actually doing a little mini documentary on their 50th
That's so
anniversary.
cool.
Yeah, so I'm actually it's interesting. Like, I've got so much going on in this world that it's pretty all consuming. And then I have to step out of it to work on this project. And I genuinely love this project. It's
That's so
interesting.
cool.
The people are great. And just to see artisans bring an object to life so people can create more art with
Yeah.
it. I love that idea of functional art.
Yeah. I remember that was one of my favorite exhibits at MIM was like the student guitars that would get rotated out.
Yep.
It's just really, really cool. People coming up with some really unique designs, and that's awesome. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, me too. We'll see. I got like 7 interviews in front of me over the next couple of months, and I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be really interesting. We'll see. We're kind of exploring the relationship of the maker to the materials.
Yeah.
And how the wood like speaks to people and like how it helps dictate the design. Yeah. So yeah, it's
That's rad.
We'll
I have
see.
a friend who makes electric guitars, which is obviously
Nice.
a different process, but still really cool in terms of like different materials.
yeah,
and
and
everything
they
like
teach that there too. It's electric and acoustic. Yeah.
Yeah. He's been hitting or like asking me if I want to make a guitar with him for a while, and I play guitar, so I would love to make
You should say yes.
a Gibson SG
Yeah.
design, but use like wood grain, like something really cool. And then it's such a cool art form.
Yeah, and it's interesting that people who exist in that world, in my experience so far, at least between MIM and this, are just amazing.
Yeah.
They're truly artists, right? And they really hyper focus on this thing and care about it so much. And the fact that, like I said, it goes on to live this other life where more art is created is
Well, and it's such an ancient craft too, right? I mean, obviously the electrical stuff is different, but it all comes from like creating those instruments. Like one of the things that I remember so clearly about MIM and walking through the galleries, it's like every culture on Earth, whether it's through travel or independently, came up with a resonating chamber with some kind of neck and some strings that that is just like it's the most, that and the flute and the drum are like the most universal form of making music.
Yeah.
And so like the fact that guitars and violins and like have developed into these like incredibly like artistically like and just like artisan things that people pour hundreds if not thousands of hours into building one instrument that is just like I love it. I get so nerdy about it.
I do too. I think, and especially like I love music. I have no musical talent myself, like less than zero, which is fine. I have many other talents. That's not one of them. But I love it. Like I really, it's like moth to flame. I'm very, very drawn to it. So to be able to observe in this way as a documentarian is super cool. And like the interviews, I produced a couple of guitar shows while I was at MIM, and it was the same thing where like to dive into like the minds and have these conversations with people is fascinating. And it's humbling to just be like adjacent to it. Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Well, thank you. This was delightful.
Yes, thank you for coming.
Thanks for the cocktail.
You're welcome.
I'll have another. No, I'm just kidding.
What would you like? We can have anything.
Yeah, right. But yeah, we're gonna do more fun stuff together. So.
Yeah, I love what you're doing. As you know, big fan. So if you haven't been to one of Johann's events, I will say go to exceptionalvibe.com. Is that the website?
Yeah.
Yeah. Check out the upcoming events. Make sure that Sunday dinners. Oh, I love what you're doing with Sunday dinners.
Thank you.
I know that you're supposed to end this, but I'm plugging him. And you should absolutely. Oh, Brunch Fest coming up in December. Oh my! I've got so many people coming to that. You've no idea.
That's amazing.
It's gonna be huge.
That.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers, friends.